Hi there everyone, Life DIY Josie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Thrifty Thursday when I do a throwback of one low budget idea every Thursday. For this project, I will be using 5 rectangular baskets that I got at Dollar Tree and then 4 mop handles. And I've removed the mop heads, zip ties, 3 scissors, wired baskets. I am inserting the video on how I remove the mop strings from the mop handles, and I purchased these mops from Dollar Tree as well. Next, I'm going to be drawing a couple of lines, or I'll be marking the location where I will be making the slits or the cuts so that the sticks or the mop handles will sit flush against the baskets. I am going to be cutting over the lines. You can bend it up like this to make things easier. But you gotta cut a little bit further down close to the rim and then try to lift it up like that. You're gonna cut on the fold up like this. Perfect. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I will be using my mop sticks or the handle. I will be positioning it straight and then using it as my guide. I will be marking the 2 lines and then I will make the cuts. And that way the legs that I will put or place on each of the cut that I make will be aligned or parallel to each other, making them more even. Then I'm going to go ahead and proceed with my cuts. Shortcut that I can show you, use this first one as your template. Okay, or as your guide. So what you do is you put this on top of the other baskets, and that way you can just mark it off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mark it here. See here? I'm gonna use this as my template so that the other baskets, when I cut them, I already know where to make the cut. You'll have a better alignment. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest and I'll be right back. So here are 4 baskets that I have already cut, and as you can see they're pretty much aligned. So I only cut 4, but I do intend later on at the end of the project that I will be using 5. Make sure that the bottom part of the basket is sitting on the foot, you know, that black round part of the mop handle. That way the basket is going to be a little elevated and it's not on the floor. And that way that bottom part will not be protruding and the handle will be flush against the basket. So I'm just using 1 zip tie here first so that I can start off 1 leg, and then I'm putting another zip tie on the top. Okay, 1 is closer to the bottom part and 1 is the other slot, which is on the upper portion of this basket closer to where I made the cut. Wrapping it around 3 times so that it will be tighter, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it that way on all of the other remaining connections. Okay, now that I have connected the bottom shelf, I call it now a shelf because that's the purpose of those baskets, to become shelves. So it doesn't look straight right now because the other baskets are not attached yet. So I'm going to be adding the top basket next. I'm going to place this just below the black handles. I am going to tie the zip ties again around 3 times on all of them so that they'll be more secure. After attaching the top shelf or basket, it now looks straighter, and then now I can add the other baskets. I will show you how it looks with just 4 baskets, and then later on I will show you the final product with the 5 baskets. The reason why is because if you want to use this, for example, in organizing your kids' toys, and they have those stuffed toys that are taller and bulkier, you can take advantage of the space. If you only have 4 shelves or 4 baskets, then they can freely put their stuffed toys and those bigger, lighter items in, and with enough clearance. And voila, not to confuse you, because those shelves were still adjustable, I decided to put blue at the bottom. If you recall, I started with the green at the bottom, but I adjusted it off camera, and then I moved the green ones at the center, and then I'm going to put another blue one that I'm going to be putting in the middle so that it will look much better. And I readjusted the shelves to fit the 5th basket, darker shade of blue. And here it is with 5 shelves. There's still enough space in between the shelves to put items, so you can use this for crafting, for toys, for a lot of other things. So I'm going to be using this large wire basket. I'm going to be tying this on the top part here on the side. So I'm just tying this crisscrossing style so that it doesn't get yanked off easily. So I'm wrapping it several times onto the first slot here on the top, and then I am going to be connecting them in a crisscross pattern so that it's not gonna slide down. And to those of you who have a lot of scissors, this can fit up to 14 scissors. And I took the liberty of attaching a second wire basket on the other side, and that's where I placed some of my hole punchers, my magnifying glass, and my awl. And look, the pair of the storage baskets or the hanging baskets from Walmart, I put them below each wire basket. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach this dish rack that I got also at Dollar Tree. I will be hooking it up or attaching it with zip ties on each side. This dish rack can be used to organize your rolls of wrapping paper. And if you're into vinyl art, you know, the rolls of vinyls or even mesh ribbons and even samples of fabrics that you can roll that can fit inside those partitions, you can use this dish rack or pot lid organizer. I'm also adding the small wire basket on the side so that I can place some smaller items, maybe even use it as a washi or small ribbon dispenser for my craft cart. And here's another Dollar Tree organizer. I like that this now comes in white. With using this, I also have a green one of this, but I just want to show you white works well as well. And here it is. I set it up as a kitchen organizer, and if you can put this close to where you cook, especially if space is limited when it comes to your kitchen essentials for your cooking, this will be a perfect organizer. And it houses everything. It's a mini pantry slash kitchen organizer. I place some of the cooking utensils on the left, and on the right I have scissors, tongs, also can openers. And look, in the small container here, or the wire shelf, I place my knife as well as a grater. And if I have 2 more of this wire basket here on this side, I can place more utensils or knives there. And this caddy has the sauces and cooking oils, and then I have spices here, some canned goods also on the shelves, and you know, some items that you can normally see in a pantry. So I place the heavy items at the bottom, and on the side I have rubber bands here on the left, and then on the right I have those food covers, and I even have those plastic bowls there for the soups. And on this one I placed the parchment paper and then wax paper. You can add more like freezer bags, also aluminum foils, and anything that comes in rolls or those boxes, you can place them there. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone, and I'll see you again next week for another Thrifty Thursday. Bye!